afternoon and welcome to our Midday News. We take a look at the stories making headlines. Bank of Zambia Governor Dr. Denny Kalialia has announced that the newly introduced kwacha banknotes are designed to align with international standards while maintaining their existing monetary value. The Zambezi River Authority has increased its water allocation for power generation at Kariba Dam to 27 billion cubic meters for 2025, up from 16 billion cubic meters in 2024. Mufurila Central Member of Parliament Gordon Mwila has called for the enactment of legislation to regulate the formulation of supplementary budgets, including the establishment of limits on the percentage such as budgets may constitute relative to the main national budget. Zambia Under-20 women national team this afternoon take on Angola on a match day 2 of the ongoing COSAFA Junior Championships as part of the Region 5 games hosted by Namibia.
Sun FM.
With the details, my name is Mwema Shanshima. Bank of Zambia Governor Dr. Denny Kalialia has announced that the newly introduced kwacha banknotes are designed to align with international standards while maintaining their existing monetary value. Dr. Kalialia highlighted that there is designing notes a feature enhanced durability and advanced security features aimed at improving public confidence and reducing counterfeits. He further encouraged Zambians to embrace digital payment systems, describing cashless transactions such as a safer, more efficient and forward-looking approach to conducting business in today's economy. Dr. Kalialia reaffirmed the central bank's commitment to modernizing the country's financial infrastructure while promoting financial inclusion and innovation. He was speaking during a briefing at the Bank of Zambia stand at the ongoing Zambia International Trade Fair, held under the theme Enhancing Business Resilience through Innovation and Trade.
Cashless is the way to go, and the Bank of Zambia is firmly at the helm of this transition. A nationwide campaign, the central bank is sensitizing citizens on the benefits of going digital, citing security efficiency and improved business practices. Bank of Zambia Governor Denny Kalialia elaborated on the campaign, explaining the digital payments offer a safer way of transacting while supporting greater financial inclusion. He noted that the growing adoption of mobile money and electronic platforms is transforming the business landscape.
Some of you may be aware, some of you may be aware. Trade now is much more pronounced also in digital trade. You know, some of you as you are reporting now, you are not just reporting here, you are reporting to some agency outside the country. That's an export service which you are covering here in the trade fair. So all those are things that we must try to capture.
Additionally, he highlighted how opening up of export markets and trade has improved owing to digital solutions the Bank of Zambia has implemented in partnership with commercial banks.
The thing is that that's one area. Then you see that the fuel procurement system has changed. We now get much of the fuel through the pipeline. Before, it was being processed here and then, but now we get that. So what does that mean? It means that the procurement is much more cost-effective now.
Many citizens acknowledge that going cashless offers a safer and more transparent means of doing business, reducing the risks of handling cash.
Business iragomba wintu feeling orishishaba kumina mobile money ngo amkuoda ndo nawe yakusaka pale for order mobile money ile kwa
Actually, very safe and reliable. Yeah.
All right.
Something we've
Maybe
been doing
explain
for
more.
the longest time. So yeah, it's time saving if you ask me.
Meanwhile, the general public has welcomed the campaign with enthusiasm and optimism.
Mobile money ile wako easy kukubofya. Ile wamano ku movement at least mobile money ile wako wazita pale bana kusage.
The remarks were told at this year's Zambia International Trade Fair, being commemorated under the theme Enhancing Business Resilience Through Innovation and Trade, a timely and fitting message as Zambia pushes forward in its digital transformation. Reporting for Sun FM Radio and TV, I'm Cletus Mutoki in Ndola.
The Zambezi River Authority has increased its water allocation for power generation at Kariba Dam to 27 billion cubic meters for 2025, up from 16 billion cubic meters in 2024. ZRA Senior Manager for Water Resources and Environment Management, Engineer Boniface Mfula, confirmed the development in an interview on the sidelines of the ongoing Zambia International Trade Fair. Engineer Fuller stated that the increased allocation is aimed at supporting improved electricity generation at the dams, two major power stations, Kariba North Bank, Zambia, and Kariba South Bank, Zimbabwe. He added that the authority has been mandated to manage and distribute water for power generation between the two utilities, ZESCO Limited and the Zimbabwe Power Company. He attributed the increased allocation to a rise in water levels at Lake Kariba, following favorable inflows during the 2024-2025 rainy season. The higher reservoirs levels are expected to enhance the reliability of hydropower generation, which remains a critical energy source for both Zambia and Zimbabwe. The ZRA has indicated that the 2025 allocation will be reviewed at the end of the first performance and inflow patterns. Mufurila Central Member of Parliament Godwin Mwila has called for the enactment of legislation to regulate the formulation of supplementary budgets, including the establishment of limits on the percentage such as budgets may constitute relative to the main national budget. Reacting to the 33.6 billion kwacha supplementary budget presented by Minister of Finance and National Planning Dr. Stumbeko Msokotwane, Mr. Mwila criticized the move as inductive of the UPND government's lack of fiscal discipline and budget credibility. He noted that the supplementary allocation represents approximately 15% of the 2025 national budget, which stands at 2,117 kwacha, despite only 6 months of the fiscal year having elapsed. The MP further questioned why ministers such as agriculture and technology are seeking allocations that exceed what was initially approved in the main budget. He also raised concerns over the domestic borrowing component of the proposal, which includes a 14.8 billion loan to be repaid in US dollars. He warned that repaying domestic debt in foreign currency could exacerbate Zambia's debt burden.
Coming up with a law that guides, limits how much that supplementary budget should be. Because going through this supplementary budget, I have seen a lot of questions bordering on the budget credibility and fiscal discipline. Because there are certain things that have been introduced in this budget, which then gives you a wonder. It takes you to wonder, where were the people when they were planning for the budget for 2025? Because they have introduced certain lines with colossal amounts, which generally, if people were serious at the time of preparing the main budget, should not be coming under these huge amounts.
In a new developing story, President Hakainde Hichilema has wished all Zambians a happy Heroes and Unity holiday with a hope that all Zambians spend this time wisely with their family or engage in something meaningful and productive. He said it is a moment to reflect on honor of our heroes both at the national level and in personal lives. The president echoed that Zambia has come a long way as a country, and as citizens we owe it to the past political independence for these sacrifices made. He said a part of showing gratitude to our heroes is by taking personal responsibility in the journey toward economic independence, as this could not be achieved by the government alone and requires the active participation of all Zambians in addressing individual circumstances. President Hichilema has called for action, urging citizens to take personal responsibility in the journey towards economic independence. On that note, we take a break, and when we return, we have more in sports news.
It's the FIFA Club World Cup semi-finals on Top Star for just 210 kwacha on Antenna Classic HD Smart. Witness the four heavyweights battle for a spot in the final starting Tuesday, July, when Fluminense take on Chelsea at 21 hours in a South American and European clash. Then on Wednesday, 9th July, it's all or nothing as two European giants face off. Catch PSG versus Real Madrid on Wednesday at 21 hours. Every pass, every tackle, every goal. All live on World Football. Only on Top Star. Grab your Top Star decoder today and don't miss a second of the Club World Cup heats. Top Star. Enjoy digital life.
Ukusefia Pangwena 2025 presents a fundraising gala dinner happening on the 19th of July 2025 at the Garden Court Hotel in Kitwe. Hosted by Mwine Lubemba, Chitumukulu Kanyantamanga II, with guest of honor, the Vice President W.K. Mutalina Lumango. Join us for an evening of glamour and giving back. Enjoy fine dining, live music, and great company. Tickets are available now, starting at 1,000 kwacha ordinary, 2,500 kwacha VIP, and 5,000 kwacha VVIP. Don't miss out. For more information, call 0976 545 226, 0961 205 967, 0977 472 705 to get your tickets now. Ukusefia Pangwena 2025.
Tuchitwale uko bachibashile wechinkolobondo.
And in sports news, Zambia under-20 women national team this afternoon take on Angola on match day 2 of the ongoing COSAFA Junior Championship as part of the Region 5 games hosted by Namibia. Smarting from the 3-0 win over South Africa on Saturday, July 5th, 2025, the young Copper Queens will be aiming to maintain the winning momentum in Windhoek. Team coach Memory Nthala is anticipating a tricky yet fascinating encounter when Haleses take on Angola, who beats Eswatini 4-2 in their first game.
Yeah, we are very happy for the positive results because this is our first game. We aimed at getting 3 maximum points. We planned our players, they followed our instructions. Despite in the first 10 minutes, they failed to utilize the chances that we had, but we had to talk to them and then they started shooting on the goal and we converted those chances into goals. The plan behind that was that we saw that our midfielders was not functioning according to what we planned, and we saw South Africa that they were good in the midfield, so we had to introduce other midfielders so that at least our midfield can be stabilized.
Meanwhile, defender Margaret Gondwe has called for hard work and determination for the team to dispatch their opponent. She applauded the team for putting in a decent shift in the opening game and urged Blessing Zulu captain side to focus their energies to the next fixture.
Training is a shabebe bwino. Once extended pamozi. tichita focus pa game ya mairo against Angola, so tifunika kusebenzesa so that petina perera mairo ikireko so that tikatenge magozi ambiri na kuwina game ya mairo. Experience chabe bwino cause nina gaining ako vambiri ku senior national team.
The game between young Copper Queens and Angola is scheduled to kick off at 15 hours Central African time. And that's all we had for you on our news today. But before we go, we take a look at the stories making headlines once again. Bank of Zambia Governor Dr. Denny Kalialia has announced that the newly introduced kwacha banknotes are designed to align with international standards while maintaining their existing monetary value. The Zambezi River Authority has increased its water allocation for power generation at Kariba Dam to 27 billion cubic meters for 2025, up from 16 billion cubic meters in 2024. Mufrida Central Member of Parliament Gordon Mwila has called for the enactment of legislation to regulate the formulation of supplementary budgets, including the establishment of limits on the percentage such budgets may constitute relative to the main national budgets. Zambia under-20 women national team this afternoon take on Angola on match day 2 of the ongoing COSAFA Junior Championship as part of the Region 5 games hosted by Namibia. On behalf of the entire news crew and production team, my name is Mwema Shanshima. Thank you for watching and listening. Good afternoon.
The News, 88.5 Sun FM.
Sun Sports TV is now available.